It is on our side. Can you feel it?
Right. Confident-sounding Harris on the campaign trail Sunday. Harris's closing message is about unity, collaboration, and freedom.
Including the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body.
Correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns is with former President Donald Trump in Raleigh, North Carolina.
This is the closing argument the Trump campaign would like to make.
Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?
But in the final hours of the race, the former president is mixing messages about the economy and immigration with unfounded doubts about the election in Pennsylvania.
They are fighting so hard to steal this damn thing. Look what's going on in your state.
Millions of Americans are concerned about faith and trust in the voting process. CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd.
When it comes to physical security threats, there has been an unprecedented investment ensuring of the security of the election infrastructure that is going to allow us to vote in a safe and secure way.
Tomorrow's vote will also determine the makeup of both the House and Senate. CBS's Scott McFarland.
In the race for control of the Senate, Democrats could lose a net of just one, maybe two seats, risk losing their narrow majority, helping or handcuffing a future President Harris or future President Trump. And those blue wall battleground states have tens of millions of dollars in spending for Senate races too. Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin.
Legendary music producer Quincy Jones has died.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play.
He worked with stars from Frank Sinatra to Michael Jackson. Jones produced Jackson's Off the Wall and Thriller album, that one the best selling of all time. Jones told CBS's 60 Minutes.
It's a very strong trust that I think you have to have between each other.
Quincy Jones was 91. The National Weather Service says at least 6 tornadoes touched down near Oklahoma City. One of them wiped out a mobile home community in Choctaw, including Dusty Treaster's place.
I didn't hear nothing. All it started doing was hailing for a second, and then I was tumbling through the air. That's all I remember.
11 people hospitalized. Severe storms are in the forecast for the southern plains today. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is obviously what's more. MediShare members like it a lot. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing. If you join before November 15th, and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is November 15th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. 877-64-BIBLE. That's 877-64-BIBLE. 877-64-BIBLE.
A tribute in L.A. to one of the most beloved baseball players of all time.
The Fernando Valenzuela mural comes days after what would have marked the legend's 64th birthday, created by internationally recognized mural artist Robert Vargas.
The intention of this mural really is all about representation and bringing cultures together.
The 6-story mural of Valenzuela faces another one across town, Shohei Ohtani. The artist says they face one another in togetherness and oneness. Natalie Tavidian for CBS News, Los Angeles.
Early mornings, late nights, daily flights from state to state. None of it leaves much time to worry about healthy eating. The presidential candidates are making do with some of their favorite foods. Kamala Harris was photographed on her campaign plane munching on her favorite snack, Doritos. Donald Trump staples, Diet Coke, McDonald's, and Chick-fil-A. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
If you've been injured in a car wreck, I'm the name you need to know. Call Johnny Adams at 500-5000. Call me, Johnny Adams. No representation is made. The quality legal services provided is greater than quality legal services provided by other lawyers.
You hear that sound? That's someone spreading an illness in your facility. Don't worry. Janny King, the king of clean, can help. For over 35 years, we've been cleaning and disinfecting office buildings, schools, churches, and even hospitals. Trust us to keep your employees safe, healthy, and at work this cold and flu season. To learn more about how our local cleaning experts can help you, visit JannyKingCleans.com. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
Make yourself known now. 301 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are you hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus. Weekdays at 2 on WSFA 12 News.
Hey folks, this is Major Delay. Not too long ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, few things are as important as the health of my feet. First order of business, have your feet checked by a podiatrist. Without hesitation, I told my doctor, I'm going to Dr. Brian Killen with Greenville Foot Care. I went to his clinic on Winton Blunt behind Baptist East. The staff was friendly and professional. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes. And in that short span of time, with a few simple observations, Dr. Kelly shed light on two major issues I had had with my feet and ankles all my life. I was amazed. Not only was the checkup quick and easy, I felt comfortable and informed. He even recommended certain running shoes that better fit the structure of my feet. And your insurance even pays for annual visits to a podiatrist to better your health. No referral necessary for most insurance. Hey, walk, crawl, limp, roll, any way you can get there. Let's see Dr. Brian Kelly at Greenville Foot Care. Call for an appointment 334-265-7585 or check out greenvillefootcare.com.
No representation made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services. If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow it down. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression. Izervay or avastin-capsid Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today. Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Estella's Pharma.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster.com. Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Clouds around with gusty winds will give way to sunny clouds this afternoon, breezy conditions, and temperatures topping out mid to low 80s. Winds continue tonight in the mid 60s for lows under a partly cloudy sky. Election Day Tuesday features sun and clouds, highs warming up into the low 80s, winds remaining breezy through Tuesday night as well. Rain chances trying to get back in the forecast midweek. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, the good news continues on this Monday. Your 7 o'clock hour kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. At McKinnon Nissan, you can lease a 2024 Nissan Rogue for just $299 per month. That's worth a drive. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday. Tomorrow is officially Election Day, and nationwide, people are voting in the presidential race. And in Alabama, all eyes are on the newly redrawn Congressional District 2 seat. Democrat Shamari Figures and Republican Caroline Dobson will be on the ballot for that race. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey was attending a campaign event for Caroline Dobson over the weekend when she had a medical incident last night. It happened at the Sweet Creek Farm Market in Pike Road. Witnesses say she was standing behind Dobson when she reached for a nearby pole and started shaking. Her staff said she reportedly got dehydrated. Medics were called. A few reminders ahead of Election Day in Alabama. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and you must have a valid photo ID to vote. Photo and video recording at the polling place is not allowed, so no selfies or live streaming while inside. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning headlines.
The older your furnace gets, the likelier it is for carbon monoxide to leak into your home. It is of the utmost importance to have your furnace checked annually. If it's 10 years old, Bill Bradley Services technicians are equipped with top-of-the-line CO detector that will guarantee no carbon monoxide is seeping into your home. They will also check each aspect of your furnace to ensure it's operating at max efficiency, which will save you money. $4.95 for guaranteed peace of mind.
Won't you please fix my home?
449.
Donald Trump endorses Congressman Gary Palmer, saying, Gary Palmer has my complete and total endorsement. Donald Trump says Gary Palmer is working hard to advance our America First agenda in Congress. Donald Trump says Gary Palmer is fighting to secure the border, strengthen our military, lower your taxes, defend our Second Amendment, and make America energy independent. On November 5th, vote for Donald Trump's candidate for Congress, Gary Palmer.
I'm Gary Palmer, and I approve the sad.
Donald Trump endorses Congressman Gary Palmer, saying, Gary Palmer has my complete and total endorsement. Donald Trump says Gary Palmer is working hard to advance our America First agenda in Congress. Donald Trump says Gary Palmer is fighting to secure the border, strengthen our military, lower taxes, defend our Second Amendment, and make America energy independent. On November 5th, vote for Donald Trump's candidate for Congress, Gary Palmer.
I'm Gary Palmer, and I approve the sad.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at the Capitol Oyster Bar. You know, we're down here on that beautiful Alabama River, and we're down here having a good time. And I want to tell you, we really got something special for you this week. Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock from Chicago, John Primer and the Real Deal Blues Band are in town. That's right, some Chicago blues for you. Take it all out, CapitolOysterBar.com, our Facebook page. You'll see everything you need to know, a little video of the music, a menu, map, how to get here, how to rent a pontoon boat. Don't forget the RV park. What's going on the river? Come join us. Sunday, 4 o'clock, showtime. John Primer.
For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner, and now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services. Whether protecting your home, car, or even your business, we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and love. Call 334-819-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance Services, building on 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. You need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine if you can. It's another day, one more above ground, and the ground's not above you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. But either way, it's good for the soul. It is November the 4th, believe it or not. Today's daily bread is loving the nations. Our scripture insight today comes from Revelation 7, 9 through 12. But we started off with 7 and 9, which reads, Before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is November the 4th, 2024. It is a day that has never been. It is a day, believe it or not, that once it is gone, you shall never ever see it again. It is a once in a lifetime deal, and you don't get it back. You don't get a do over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, November the 4th, 2024, hopefully if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, the charity and love of God, we may, I am not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do about it? Well, do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, until you can't. Because somewhere along your life journey, somebody lent you a hand, gave you a shoulder to lean on, a smile to brighten your day, and to a love that allowed you to know that they cared. You can do no less. Visualizer May said, whatever we do in life, we do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live life. You will always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never quit. You never give up. Because quitters never win. And winners, oh, they may fail at a thing or two, but they never quit. My mother said, put one foot in front of the other, and nothing beats a failure. Nothing but a try. And no matter what happens to you this day, remember this. It is a stupendous, a tremendous, a fantastic day to be alive. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled Loving the Nations was written by Nancy Babylonis. As the daughter of two loving and hard-working parents from Central and South America, I'm grateful they had the courage to be the first in their families to immigrate to the United States for better opportunities. They met as young adults in New York City, married, had my sister and me, and went on to run their respective businesses. As a native New Yorker, I've grown up embracing my Hispanic heritage and have been fascinated with people of diverse backgrounds. For instance, I once shared my story of faith at an evening service at a multicultural church that meets in a former Broadway theater. Speaking to a multicultural group about God's love is only a glimpse of what heaven will be like when we see people from different nations come together as the body of Christ. In Revelation, the Apostle John gives us this amazing picture of heaven, saying in chapter 7, "Before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb." God, our Savior, will receive the praise and glory and so much more He's worthy of forever and ever. Now we have just a glimpse of what heaven will be like. But one day, we who believe in Jesus will be united with Him and with people from different countries, cultures, and languages. Since God loves the nations, let's also love our global family in Christ. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Revelation chapter 7, verses 9 through 12. After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands. And they cried out in a loud voice, "Salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb." All the angels were standing around the throne, and around the elders and the four living creatures. They fell down on their faces before the throne and worshiped God, saying, "Amen. Praise and glory and wisdom and thanks and honor and power and strength be to our God forever and ever. Amen." Let's pray. Father, we thank you for giving us a glimpse of the glorious unity we will experience in heaven. As we anticipate that day when believers from all nations, cultures, and languages will be united with you and each other, help us to embrace and love our global family in Christ here on earth. May your love for all nations inspire us to break down barriers, foster understanding, and cultivate deep connections with our brothers and sisters in faith around the world. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you for listening today. My name is Brenna Holsclaw. It was provided.
All right, it's Monday morning. It's time to get up and let's do a little PT, get that blood rolling. So I'm going to tell the first sergeant, sergeant major that they haven't retired yet. Come get some of this. Here we go. I get up by the 2:45. Oh yeah, and go in my pay. And days of work. That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. And let's go to work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. I think we need to put another mile in the first sergeant. One extra mile.
I'm ready to rock. Hard work, hard work. I'm earning my pay.
Hard work, work.
That's what they say.
Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Monday morning, let's get it done. On the airplane in the early morning rain.
Hard work, hard work.
That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Come on now.
Hard work.
Get it, get it, get it, get it. Hard work, work. 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 That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Move it, tighten it up in the rear, tighten it up in the rear. Woo! I tell you, that's like a good run first thing on Monday morning to get the old blood flowing there and get you motivated, and let's go to work. Let's grab that, whatever it is that you guys do out there. I know, okay, so you think my job's not that hard. It's hard to get up first thing Monday morning. I don't care what your job is, okay? So, but let's get motivated. Let's get it done. Let's knock it out the park and wait for lunch. Oh, anyway, now let's pay homage to our armed forces of these United States of America, being one of the few of those people on the airways of Montgomery, TV or radio. It is my duty to inform you guys every day that the freedom that you benefit from has been paid for with a terrible price sometimes. Enjoy it, don't misuse it, and don't take it for granted. So now we pay homage to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Good morning to you. Because the price of freedom is awfully high. Yeah, one thing about Americans, most of them don't know what it's not like, what it's like not to have freedom. So they take it for granted. But all these young men and women who've gone overseas and seen places that they don't want to go back to again, they know what it's like. Good morning to you. I'm feeling good. I hope you are too. Yeah, feel good. And don't forget our local heroes, Montgomery Police Department, the Montgomery Fire Department, the Sheriff Department, and my good friends at the Sanitation Department. Don't forget, Thanksgiving, put something extra in the can, not garbage. Put a little envelope. You got to make 3 envelopes on there now. Put it on for the guys, because I don't want. And make sure you put the same thing in all of them, so won't nobody feel bad. Okay, even if it's $5, put $5 there. $5. It won't buy you lunch, but they can put it all together and get a big lunch, or something, whatever you want to put in there. And good morning to the Air Force Base here. We call it Gunner and Maxwell. Good morning to you out there, guys. I know you're in the military. I know sometimes you don't realize it, but you are. It seems like my good man Quincy Jones, at 91 years old, has left the building. That man was a talent, wasn't he? Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and Space Force, and the United States Marines. Hurrah! You know what? I got to tell you this. I just got to tell you this. Okay, I got to tell you this. Okay. So the other day, airborne. All right. So the other day, I'm going down Federal Drive before I get to anything here. I'm going down Federal Drive, and finally, I see the gate open. See, the gate was open. Okay, the gate wasn't truly open, but somebody was going in there. So I just nicely pulled my car up behind his and went through the gate too. Now I should have known something was wrong when a barrage of Marines came to the front door and see who I was. They wanted to make sure I wasn't a terrorist or something, I guess. Okay, but when I told them while I was there, they said I was crazy. But they're Marines. They shouldn't be scared of me. Come on, man. So anyway, so I pull in there. So I try to go in there. I try to go in and get somebody to come on the air with me and so I can tell you people that the only reason I wasn't a Marine is because they wouldn't let me be airborne because they said I was too short in 1977. That's the only reason, because I wanted me one of them uniforms. So, but I had to get a set of jump wings going. I mean, a uniform just don't look right unless you're a paratrooper. So I went out there. They said I was too old. They said, man, that was a long, long, long time ago. Okay, it wasn't that long ago. 77, 87, 97, 2007, 2017. Okay. Well, I mean, 40-something years ago, whatever it was. Anyway, still, was it almost 50 years? 47, let's see, 87, 87, 97, 2007, 2017, 2002. Okay, so 40-something years ago. What, 48, 47, somewhere around there. But that's the point is, these people on the airways do not believe me. Okay, so I'm trying to get somebody. Okay, I'm trying to get somebody to help a brother explain this situation. But I think they know they did me wrong, so they don't want me to sue them. That's why they won't admit to it. Okay, so I got to come up with a better way. I got to find the Marine Corps regulations in 1977 that would not. At least that's what they told me anyway. Now they could have been. They told me that I was too short. You had to be like 5'9" to go to recon or something like that. I just want y'all to know that. Okay, so this weekend I snuck in because most of the time I sat out there by the gate and try to open it myself, but it would never open. So this time I said, I am going in there, and I couldn't see the sergeant major, or I couldn't see the first sergeant, but that's okay. Okay, next time I'll put in an appointment. Somebody going to come on these airways and tell these people that I am not lying. Okay, I know, I know. Y'all don't believe me, but okay, I did not lie. Okay, I went down there to be a Marine. I really did. There's no other uniform that's better than theirs. Okay, I'm just telling you, that's just the way it goes. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds everybody well. I do have an audio piece of that. I may save it till later on in the show. First of all, before we do anything, we have the Student of the Week contest going on today. First on Mondays, we always tell you who it is. You have till Thursday to vote for some of these outstanding young people that go to our Montgomery Public Schools. I mean, everybody's not in trouble and stuff like that. Everybody doesn't get in trouble. Got some great kids over there. Okay, so Student of the Week. It is a program by Montgomery Advertiser which acknowledges some of our great kids and our great students that go to Montgomery Public School. I know we don't really talk much about those kids, but we too much talk about the bad kids. But I got to tell you, this year, at least at Percy Julian, it's a lot better. Even my son is still whining at me about it, but not as much. Not as much, okay? I mean, he thinks everybody is, he's been the only kid at home all these years, so he hadn't had to put up with other kids or anything like that. So he don't know what it's like to go without things and stuff like that. So, okay, I got that part, okay? So we good. But anyway, so he's not whining as much this year. So who are two students this year? And I only got two. I don't know why we can't seem to get more than that with all these public schools we got, but we only got two. But I'm thankful for those. Anyway, Student of the Week this year, the nominees for this week, and one of these two by Friday morning will be the Student of the Week. Tina Henderson from Percy Julian High School. Tina is a senior and a data analyst, and a data analytics student at Percy. I didn't know they had that over there. Julian, who is recently recognized as a 2024 top Alabama State Neuron earner by the Quant Hub software company for September. I didn't know that. I never heard of Quant Hub. Quant Hub software is used throughout Alabama, including several public school districts. The achievement is a remarkable one, given that data analyst is a new career and technical education course offered within Montgomery Public Schools this school year. Tina wants to become a nurse and is already a peer mentor to fellow students at Percy Julian. Educators say Tina, sorry, slap myself in the mouth. Says Tina works hard at her studies and is a testament and the adage of hard work that pays off. Congratulations to Tina Henderson from Percy Julian High School, one of our people who've been presented to us and to you, the reader and the listener, to Student of the Week. Go to Montgomery Advertiser, go type in Student of the Week in the search bar up there, and you will find her name along with this next young lady. Where the guys at? Come on, man. Amber Rogers, who goes to Booker T. Washington Performing Arts High School. Amber serves as president of the Student Government Association. I need to get her on here. Okay, that's what I want. I'm going to do my best to get those guys on. She is a leader in the school community and also support system for teachers and administrators. She advocates and assists when issues must be addressed. So she's also a Future Business Leaders of America member. Amber is Microsoft certified outstanding and provides technology support for PTW. I hope they're giving you a check, teachers and staff. I'm just saying, you guys do a lot of studying for that stuff. Her executive skills have made a positive difference in every project she leads at school and in the community. Amber is also an accomplished musician with the BTW concert band, which she plays the trumpet. So these are your two students this week for the Montgomery Advertiser Student of the Week. Tina Henderson from Percy Julian High School. I would say my alma mater, but it isn't. It's my son's alma mater. And Amber, she ain't Amber Rose. Amber Rogers from Booker T. Washington Performing Arts High School. Congratulations to those people who have been selected for this week. I don't know why we can't get more. We got all these schools right here. And all you got to do is send a letter, not a letter, an email to Student of the Week at MontgomeryAdvertiser.com. Let me read your kid's name off here, okay? They deserve, I mean, really, do you really just got to play football to get your name in the paper these days? Come on. Anyway, let's go phone to this right quick. Good morning. Yeah. I snuck in behind the car that was going to you. They won't open that fence. So I said, somebody go tell the truth about this. So, yeah. I mean, not here, but in Rome, Georgia, which is where I joined from. They took care of it. Yeah, it did. I was good, but it didn't mess up. It did not mess up till I looked. I was ready to sign the contract, but I looked. Wait, but the recruiter. No, but here's the deal. Right, but the recruiter told me I couldn't. Well, here's what happened. I was looking in the corner, right, and this guy had these gold things on his uniform. I said, I want a set of those too. Well, I found out those were the airborne wings for the Marine Corps. I said, okay, I want a set of those. So can you put me in for that? He said, no. I said, how come? He said, you're too short. I said, what do you mean too short? He said, recon was the only place where because the Marines don't have a airborne division like the Army does. So they only had the force recon back in those days, and they said I had to be 5'9". Now, unless they lied to me, that's what they told me. Oh, I never got to the MEPS. Yeah, I never got. Yeah, I should have been. Yeah. David Robinson on a sub. Wow, he took. Yeah. Well, now they told me I couldn't sign up because for airborne because I was too short. So you tell it. I wasn't trying to break in. I wasn't trying to break in, but they got all them locks on the doors out there. So, brother. I was, but it's got too much stuff on it. Anyway, all right. Appreciate it. All right. It is 7:39 in the morning. Good morning. Who is this? Yes, sir. Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. Yeah, I know you did. Yeah. 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 You know, it may be they need to go on suicide watch. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, except me, I got my card stamped. Yeah, I won't. I won't. Yeah, I won't me. I'll be there. I'll be the house. Well, you know what they say. Yeah, yeah. But who would lead it? Harriet Tubman is gone. Who will lead? Won't be me, because I'll be in the house. You know, serving chicken or something. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So we can. Okay. Yeah. Listen, I heard that, and I just looked at the idiots who said that. I said, do we live in a world today with all of these schools? Do we really believe that? I mean, that tells me there are some people in this country ought not vote. They just ought not vote at all. They're too stupid to vote. We should take their voting card and throw it in the trash. Well, right. Yeah. It was an odious party called the Democratic Party. Okay, but yeah, yeah. There ought to be a test for voting today, an intellectual test. Not how many not how many bubbles in a bottle, how many jelly beans in a jar. But can you tell me the three branches of government? Just ask. You ought to be able to at least answer that question when you go up there to vote. If you can't answer that question, you don't have no business voting. They did. They did. So did Hakeem Jeffries last week when he was in Montgomery. I said, my Lord, this guy is the minority leader in the House of Representatives of the United States of America. And he said up there, he said, well, white Republicans have never did anything for black folks. Well, I wanted to tell them neither have Democrats, but at least the white folks were abolitionists and against slavery. I mean, I said, and he said, you're going to go back to cotton fields. And seriously, I mean, they talking about putting taking all the Giuliani stuff. You mean they shouldn't take Hakeem Jeffrey stuff and Sewell with telling that big ass lie they told these people in Montgomery last week? You're going to go back to the cotton fields. I mean, to me, that's slander. Yeah, I don't either. And yeah, and Mark Levin, yeah, and Mark Levin told me over the weekend. He said, and I trust Mark Levin. He said the woman has really never carried a prosecution to its fullest yet. The whole time she was there, she handed it off to other people. So she told me, I'm a prosecutor. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. That it is. That it is. That it is. Scary movies. And now, Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, here's wait. Here's one you may not. You know, if you believe that a white guy in a diaper can jump from tree to tree, okay, calm the lions and the big elephants. You talk about mind control? Oh yeah, it's been working a long time. Hey, appreciate it. I appreciate it. Gotta take a break. We'll be back. Yeah. Quincy Jones. This is a song he put out. We'll be back. Dead at the age of 91.
On News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster.com. Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Clouds around with gusty winds will give way to sun clouds this afternoon. Breezy conditions and temperatures topping out mid to low 80s. Winds continue tonight in the mid 60s for lows under a partly cloudy sky. Election Day Tuesday features sun and clouds. Highs warming up in the low 80s. Winds remaining breezy through Tuesday night as well. Rain chances trying to get back to the forecast midweek. And that's your first solar forecast. I'm WSA meteorologist Nick Dunker on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. No major problems or accidents. Nothing's being reported by the authorities, so we'll send you on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow map, first, a little slow southbound on 65. That's just heavy traffic, normal this time of morning. Nothing that would send you on an alternate route. Of course, northbound on 85, still trouble in that construction area, causing a lot of backup. Looks like we've got backup in that same area, 85 southbound as well. So prepare for that as you hit Line Creek. Larry Livo's been insuring the river region since 1988, customizing your insurance needs to the perfect plan. Livo Insurance, Main Street, River, 285-2881. Buckle up, it's the law for the Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
No two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you, all of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's voice-over videos. Keith is a be in the room with real people kind of learner. So he loves the live online classes with our language experts.
Okay. Está pronto. Estamos prontos.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Try Babbel for free at babbel.com.
Can't take it one more day. Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home? Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay.
Endorses Congressman Gary Coleman. Complete and total endorsement. Donald Trump says Gary Coleman is working hard to advance our America First agenda in Congress. Donald Trump says Gary Palmer is fighting to secure the first defend our Second Amendment and make America energy independent. On November 1st. Gary endorses Congressman Gary Palmer, saying Gary Palmer has not completed what he endorsed. Says Gary Palmer is working hard to Palmer is fighting to secure the border, strengthen our military, lower your taxes, defend our Second Amendment, and make America energy independent. On November 5th, vote for Donald Trump's candidate for Congress, Gary Palmer.
I'm Gary Palmer, and I approve the SAD.
You hear that sound? That's someone spreading an illness in your facility. Don't worry. Janny King, the king of clean, can help. For over 35 years, we've been cleaning and disinfecting office buildings, schools, churches, and even hospitals. Trust us to keep your employees safe, healthy, and at work this cold and flu season. To learn more about how our local cleaning experts can help you, visit JannyKingCleans.com. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
I'm Wes Allen, Secretary of State. In Alabama, election integrity is a top priority. We must ensure fair, secure, and transparent elections. To vote in Alabama, state law requires voters to present a valid form of photo identification. For a complete list of acceptable identification, or to learn more about acquiring a free photo voter ID, visit alabamavotes.gov.
This message is presented by Alabama Secretary of State Wes Allen.
Make yourself known now. 83701 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken. Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus. Weekdays at 2 on WSFA 12 News.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Yeah, this is a Quincy Jones special from the Color Purple. If you remember The Color Purple, what a great movie. This new one came out, just don't do nothing for me. But this right here, Quincy was involved in this one. And Michael Jackson, of course, one of the highest grossing albums in the history of music. Anyway, our number's 860-1440. You want to give us a call? Oh, coming up at 8 o'clock, 8:15, somewhere around there, Erica Watkins Smith will be here. She is the one member of the school board. Now, she's not the chairman of the school board. It seems that a lot of people think they can just come out and remove her by just taking a pin to the post. We're going to see how that works out. But I invited her up to give her side of the story here, which I'm all for. You know, I mean, listen. I mean, she actually did something wrong than maybe what she did. She did her job. Okay. 860-1440 is the number here. So let's go back to the phone. Good morning. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, was it? Oh, hell. I'm still going to be out there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, I don't know, but it's a shame Hakeem Jeffrey was. I mean, this guy is the leader of the National House of Representatives, the minority leader. And to say some of the crap they said the other night, it takes black folks who think we're absolutely stupid, scaring us to vote. It's a shame. It's a shame and a disgrace. They think our intelligence level down here is low as a snake. Well, I don't know who's going to win, but I know one thing: is trying to scare the hell out of people to get them to vote is not the way to do it. It insults the intelligence of most people. Good morning. Yeah. Well, you heard what I said. So you ain't got the 3 minutes here, so let's. Yeah. That's what they're doing. Wait. Hold. You hear about the young man who just murdered the 5-year-old? These people coming over this country are scaring the hell out of us, and they are killing our citizens. Let me ask him. Do you think he likes it? And that is why we don't wait. And that's why we don't need to bring people over here to add into the problems we already got. No, wait a minute. You'll never hear me say no crap like that. Every time somebody shoots somebody around here, they say, well, they ain't my leaders. They ain't my leaders. Yeah. I hear you though. That every time something happens, yeah. hmm Yeah, you know it's coming. Okay. Wait a minute. I did. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And I did see that. Listen. If there was somebody else to vote for, again, sometimes Trump acts like an 18-year-old in high school with the name called. I just think that's kind of classless. But nobody, I'm not going to like 100% of anything about everybody. Okay. I got that issue with him too. And a lot of people. So, which tells you that she must be really bad. For us to go to the other side, she must be really bad. And here's my biggest problem with her, and nobody can deny this. She's never gotten one vote. She's never gotten one vote to be representing the Democratic Party as a presidential candidate for the president of the United States. She's never gotten one vote. They handed it to her. Just handed it to her. Without any of the people who they asked to vote for her having anything to do, because she knew she couldn't win. If she had to go by votes, she couldn't win. And you talking about democracy? Not one person in America voted for her in the primaries to be the nominee. We'll be back.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams for WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday. Tomorrow is officially election day, and nationwide, people are voting in the presidential race. And in Alabama, all eyes are on the newly redrawn Congressional District 2 seat. Democrat Shamari Figures and Republican Caroline Dobson will be on the ballot for that race. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey was attending a campaign event for Caroline Dobson over the weekend when she had a medical incident last night. It happened at the Street Creek Farm Market in Pike Road. Witnesses said she was standing behind Dobson when she reached for a nearby car and started shaking. The staff said she reportedly got dehydrated minutes before she left. A few reminders ahead of Election Day in Alabama. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and you must have a valid photo ID to vote. Photo and video recording at the polling place is not allowed for no selfies or live streaming. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. This is the final day for the presidential candidates to get out the vote. Vice President Harris will hold a rally in battleground Pennsylvania with Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, and Oprah. Former President Donald Trump winds the day down in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where he ended both of his previous campaigns. As for the current one, it has been a campaign of personalities.
Donald Trump is increasingly unhinged and unstable.
Kamala Harris, a very low IQ individual.
And also a campaign about issues. Political analyst Amy Dacey says for Harris,
abortion rights and how that's, a key part of this message that democracy's at stake.
analyst Larry Sabato says for Trump,
Order and crime.
saying that has even more power to it than inflation. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
While Mr. Trump's been hoping for a strong show of support from young men, correspondent Major Garrett points out,
women are participating at much higher numbers, much more noticeably than men. This possibly, and I emphasize the word possibly, could be an advantage for Kamala Harris, the vice president.
if you're holding your breath over the results, you may be gasping for air. CBS News election consultant David Becker.
On election night, don't expect to know the winner. Definitely don't expect to know who controls the United States House of Representatives. There are a lot of very close races, even in places like California, that will take days or maybe even weeks to resolve.
The man who produced, created, and orchestrated for some of the world's greatest performers has died. Quincy Jones worked with everyone from Aretha Franklin to Ray Charles and Michael Jackson. He oversaw the 1985 All-Star reporting for famine relief in Africa. Rolling Stone's contributing editor Anthony DeCurtis.
Quincy Jones understood what people like to hear, and he was proud of that.
Quincy Jones died at his home in L.A. He was 91. Grief tinged with rage among flood survivors in Valencia, Spain.
King Felipe looked stunned as his visit to one flood-ravaged town was met with locals hurling mud and abuse at their monarch. Murderers, they shouted. The king stopped in front of two young men, put his hands on their shoulders as they told him the authorities knew a big storm was coming, and they did nothing about it. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
At least 217 people died. The New York Times may have a difficult election day ahead. Members of its tech guild walked off their jobs overnight. The union's made up of software engineers, product managers, data analysts, all responsible for live blogs and mobile push alerts. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously. But what's more, MediShare members like it a lot. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing, if you join before November 15th, and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. You save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is November 15th. So call now, you'll save even more. Here's the number, 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE, 877-26-BIBLE.
$1 million in refunds are going out to thousands of car buyers.
Federal and state regulators first went after Rhinelander Auto Center in Rhinelander, Wisconsin in 2023. They say the dealer regularly charged many customers junk fees for add-on products or services without the customer's consent. The regulators also accused the dealership of charging higher interest rates to American Indian customers. Checks are going out to more than 7,500 of the dealership's customers. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
Thousands of musicians will volunteer their time to bring harmony to polling places tomorrow. The nonprofit group Play for the Vote hopes to have performers at voting sites across all 50 states, among them violinist Sarah Von Sattel with New York's Metropolitan Opera Orchestra.
Something that we share, and I think right now it's really easy to focus on our differences.
Interested musicians can still sign up online at playforthevote.com. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
I'm Wes Allen, Secretary of State. In Alabama, election integrity is a top priority. We must ensure fair, secure, transparent elections. To vote in Alabama, state law requires voters to present a valid form of photo identification. With a complete list of acceptable identification. To learn more about acquiring a free photo voter ID, visit alabamavotes.gov.
This message is presented by Alabama Secretary of State. If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision. Now there's something you can do to slow it. Pfizer is proven to slow GA progression. Oral vaccine is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Pfizer can cause eye infections, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Pfizer may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired for an eye injection or therapy. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Pfizer today. Visit PfizerGo.com and paid for by a Styles Planner. Make yourself known now.
TV Plus begins with real.
We investigate stories that impact you and inspire change every day.
Something is the real jungle.
Why are we hiding?
Real solutions.
We gather us down to 42.
What was your reaction to seconds? Investigate TV Plus. Weekdays at 2 on WSFA 12 News.
All this. First, you know, man, deals with Alabama River, but then they have a good plan. We got to special for it. Sunday afternoon, I'm a real good news man. I'm a good story. People know I can't do it. On my Facebook page, everything you know, the video is music, continue, half how to get here, how to reach on a free road, get all this right, what's going on the leader, so join us. You don't talk to them.
You hear that sound? That's someone spreading an illness in your facility. Don't worry, Gianni King, the king of clean, can help. For over 35 years, we've been cleaning and disinfecting office buildings, schools, churches, and even hospitals. Just ask to keep your employees safe, healthy, and at work. Learn more about how our local cleaning experts can help you. Visit JannyKingCleans.com. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Don't miss on Hannity. Biden incoherently appears live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 14.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope you stay fine. Tomorrow's voting day. Hopefully, sometime this morning, I'll have Erica Watkins Smith is going to come up and talk about her talent. Well, she's really a fit. Okay, they're doing a write-in challenge to her, but yeah, take my word for it. We hardly go vote. We certainly ain't going to vote and write it in. And listen, okay, I know the Chamber of Commerce is. The leadership vote is probably mostly Republican, which I'm good with that. I don't have problems. Some of my best friends are Republicans. Matter of fact, just about all my best friends are Republicans. but they don't know that a certain group of people just going to vote Democrat. We're not going to write it in. We're not going to go through all of that trouble. We just going to go in there. They just going to go in there and vote straight Democratic ticket. Like most Republicans, they will vote straight Republican. Although we got the only group of people at a 98 percentile to vote one way, at least everybody else does about a 50-50, 70-30 split. But ours is like 98.9 percentile of black folks don't vote Democrat. Because Hakeem Jeffries and not Shamari figures, no, he did not do that. But I think that they just think people down here in the South are idiots anyway. Well, they try to scare you to the polls. Oh, what an insult to my intelligence! I said out the other day, I had to just shut up. I was in the midst of Democrat world, so I wasn't going to do anything. I saw that Secret Service guy over there, whatever he was. I said, I don't feel like going to jail today. So I'm just gonna shut up and not get in the argument with these guys. But boy, I could have had a big argument over them. Hello, HHO 1440. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. I'm having every day above ground a good day. Okay. Then I don't have to wear real phone. I heard him say that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like figures. Wait a minute. Because there's an old saying. It ain't important who. Wait a minute. It's an old saying. Well, can you let? Can you? No. Well, I know the guy. I mean, again, it ain't important who you know. Well, I wasn't that. I wasn't that important. Yeah. 5%. 5%. No. Every MOS does that if you're going to join the 82nd Airborne or something like that. No. I wouldn't say that. That's not true. 82nd Airborne is a whole division. Well, what do you have against cooks? Wait a minute. What did you? Let's just straight. Well, then let's just straighten this out. Wait? Do you somehow think that my service to the United States of America is somehow diminished because they asked me to do what they asked me to do? Really? You think that's what it is? Oh, I didn't hang up on it. You did that on itself. Good morning. You know, I think you got. Because I don't want nobody to think I'm somehow intimidated by that crazy son of a gun. So no, he just envious. That's all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, it's cool. Well, I think Nixon's probably one of the best presidents we've had in my lifetime. Um, I, I think we, I think we. I'm trying to figure why he quit. I mean, evidently being impeached is no big deal anymore. We do it every time we get a president. An only reason why they didn't impeach Obama because he was black and they didn't want to be called racist. So I mean, yeah, yeah, that's crazy. They said it wasn't a crime. They said it wasn't right. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But Trump and him were politics. It's politics. What Trump did was not criminal. What Trump did, wrote a check or had a check written to a lady who was trying to. But that's all it was though. And they come up with 30. He wrote 34 checks. It was politics. It was politics. Yeah. Okay. And what's the violation? Wait a minute. What is that? What is that? What is that? What does that mean? Mhm. He was already a name brand. He already had a brand in America. He didn't need the White House for that, brother. Well, how do we know he didn't? His kids took his business. Wait. His kids were running his business. He's still the president of the United States. And look, hold. No, you went here though. Do you believe that Biden's son would have been on a board, making $1 million a year, knowing nothing about gas, if his father wasn't Joseph Biden? Okay. I don't care. That's his son-in-law and daughter. Well, you brought it up. Yeah. Oh, so the Clintons, so the Clintons, when they went over there, and like, no, y'all just don't get away with this. So the Clintons who have a British, the Clintons who had a British spy come up with a fake dossier on the president of the United States. What should we do with them? What should we? Yeah, we should. But well, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. They're not going to. They're not going to. He has a right to question the results. He had a right to question the results. Okay, listen. Why are we living that old past here now? Why are we going back there? But well, first, of course, I don't have the whole American audience at my disposal, so therefore I couldn't answer that question. But did they screw Nixon? I think they did. Yeah, appreciate it. I think they did screw Richard Nixon. I do. Let me see here now. Good morning. Yeah. Well, that's what he said. The emollient clause, whatever that is. I think that you can't use your position to make money. Trump was already a brand before he got in the White House. Yeah. Well. And they're worth $60 million now. Yeah. 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 Now they take the money. Hey, Appreciate it. 8:20 in the morning. I don't know where my guest is, but I guess she's coming. Let me see who's next here. Good morning. Yes. Well, that means wait a minute. That means that you're going to be. So let me hear. You don't believe that, do you? You really believe the budget was balanced? Okay. Right. Speaker of the House. Mm-hmm.
President Trump would come in and do what he said he's going to do. But what happens with him is he always says something crazy after he says something and does something good. And y'all, you know it. And for me, I like this President Nixon, but I didn't realize that they're going to.
Anytime you want to come to Real House, let me know.
Exactly how he ran the country. Not when he got all crazy and started sending folks in and thinking that he didn't even have to do all that great.
Okay then. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't think anybody's completely bad. But anyway, I appreciate it, but we all have bad tendencies. 8:23 in the morning, we'll be back.
First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Keep Alabama Beautiful. A little trash talk on the field during the game. Yeah, we get it. Trashing the state with litter. That's just not a good plan. Keep it clean. Keep Alabama Beautiful in partnership with the Alabama Department of Transportation.
Sun and clouds this afternoon, breezy conditions and temperatures topping out mid to low 80s. Winds continue tonight in the mid 60s for lows under a partly cloudy sky. Election Day Tuesday features sun and clouds, highs warming up into the low 80s. Winds remaining breezy through Tuesday night as well. Rain chances trying to get back in the forecast midweek. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Oh, you had to bring bodyguard.
Good morning, Montgomery. Of course, construction on 85 out in Wall.
You know our illustrious board member right there?
I do not. How are you, Richard Matthews? Major delays.
I'm finna get her reelected.
Good.
Yeah. Over all kinds of money.
I don't know where the money gonna come from.
Robert, what's going on?
What's up, man?
I ain't seen you. You ain't got much for here,
Just made 50 in August, man.
Oh, you still a young. Men don't grow up till they get 50.
You can set
You look in the mirror one. You look in the mirror one day.
random facts and info in seconds and play your favorite talk show, all with your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
Award-winning storyteller
All right,
Bo
Mr.
Johnson has
Elkins, I
cracked
tell
the
you.
code for a new generation.
Everybody's like, why did she wait to come to say something?
Well, I said the same thing, but better to hear than not hear. Because Corleen Dawson the other day waited a year after getting started to come up here.
And what does this indicate? I want to like couch it all.
They don't realize how much powerful talk supposed to be.
The Benny Show.
Now, will we be taking questions from the audience or will we just be talking?
But if you don't take questions, at least one, people get scared.
Oh, no, I'm not scared. I just didn't know the format.
No, it's up to you. But we're gonna get your story out first.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would like to get the
Before
story.
anybody.
And they started looking better. I just want people to know that my dad, Dr. Brian Kelly, has seen the referral and he accepts most insurance.
You know that thing on the side of your lip could get you shot by a police.
265
It looks like a gun.
85.
My cell phone.
We need to come up with a different kind of apparatus to hold our phones, because that looks like a gun pulling out.
Maybe we should tell them our
You know, all somebody wants to say, well, I thought it had a gun.
You just did. Like us on Facebook at Greenville.
You got free Wi-Fi here?
Yeah, but I don't know what
Feet
password.
start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
The Army National Guard is committed to keeping the country safe and our communities secure. Composed of hundreds of thousands of citizen soldiers from all walks of life and in every corner of America, the Guard is always ready to respond to local or national emergencies. The Army National Guard reacts to domestic operations in each of America's 54 states and territories, including Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, and the District of Columbia. Each state National Guard's unique domestic role is to act as the first line of defense in support of civil authorities in their state. The Guard's emergency responses include search and rescue missions for floods, combating wildfires, hurricane or tornado recovery, and the presidential inauguration. The Army National Guard. We are always ready. We are always there. And in every state and territory, we stand guard for our communities. To learn more, log on to nationalguard.com. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
My name is Dale Pazinski, and this is how I live united. I volunteer with United Way, helping the homeless in my community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save on the very obvious speed drive. It's huge when somebody says, "Hey man, that job I got it." My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way.
Case sensitive.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 4.
Okay, hey, if you're on the phone waiting to have a conversation about what we were talking about, just hold it off to the next hour. I do have you hang up or call back or whatever you want to do. We're going to be busy for a couple of minutes here before we get back to the phones. I guess it's Erica Watkins Smith. I like those two names, those two last names. Yeah, I know that's all about that. I understand. Anyway, she is running for the Montgomery County Board of Education, which is District 7. Her motto is leadership focused on students. Good morning, Ms. Watkins.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
How you doing? How life treating you?
Life is treating me pretty good. Excited to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to continue to represent the students of District 7,
Mm-hmm.
the community of District 7. I've had many accomplishments. I always tell people my greatest accomplishment is authoring the Avalorem, which is a school tax to increase funding for our schools. And I know most people say, well, you know, money doesn't make a school better, but I will tell you this, if you ask the students what it feels like to walk into new buildings and have classrooms staffed with teachers and having resources and opportunities available to them to make learning not only engaging but even fun, they will beg to differ themselves. So on November the 7th, I'm asking everyone in the community to continue to come out and support me for re-election.
Mm-hmm. Let us, before we get to that school thing there, because you're half right, but I'm gonna let that slide for a minute here. Right now, there's a push to eliminate you from the board. What is that all about? And it seems like from what I understand about the whole process down there, if the superintendent wants to resign, you're not chairman of the board, right?
No, I'm not the chairman.
So shouldn't some of this animus be projected toward her and not you?
Well, I'll just say, usually when situations like this happen, board chairs usually do go to the superintendent and inquire about the reason for resignation, and they can kind of serve as the mediator between the superintendent and the board, because that's the relationship. They are the liaison between the superintendent and the Board of Education. So if there are issues and concerns, a board president, yes, does get involved to see what type of resolutions can come about. So you're right. The way that it's worded, it almost seems like I am the board chair and I did this because what they say, I led the charge, which I did not. I'm simply just a board member who accepted a resignation.
But you're not the only person that accepted the resignation.
I am not. There were 4 in total.
Okay, and how many people on the board?
7.
So 4 is the majority.
Yes.
Of course. So why everybody come after you? Or they thought you were the easier prey?
Probably thinking I was the easier prey. And because, of course, there was outcry about him resigning. However, that was a personal decision of his. And having, gone through people, well, let me just say this. People say, well, did you have to accept the resignation? Well, no, we don't have to accept the resignation.
But he don't have to stay either.
Well, but we also knew that there were legalities behind it if we did not accept the recommendation. So you take all the information in to try to make the best decision that you can make. And again, this resignation did come as a surprise. None of us knew that this was coming, that he wanted to resign. But in the letter, he did state that he was moving on to more challenging endeavors or something to that effect.
My sources tell me that it was a move to somewhat intimidate the board to do what wasn't supposed to be done for another 6 months. And therefore, because his contract was over in June.
In June of 2025.
So I think it backfired on him, in my mind, because you say, okay, well, how about do it now? And if you don't do it now, then I'm leaving. Then we're supposed to get on our knees and say, oh, please stay, and then work out that way.
Well, I did. Someone sent me a screenshot from social media where it was stated in the screenshot, not by the superintendent, but by a supporter, that this was an orchestrated plan. That they advised, to my knowledge, that they were advising the superintendent to do this as a last-ditch effort, is what they said, to talk to the board members. But that's not how that should work, and I wouldn't advise anybody, to do something, where to put your professional job on the line off of a plot, basically.
And you guys still gave him an opportunity, though, to not resign.
Exactly.
So this was his. So why is it? Is it because you're the only person running for re-election? You think that's why they're coming after you? Because nobody else is on the ballot, right?
Well, there are 2 of us on the ballot, actually. District 4, Cassandra Brown, and myself.
Oh, okay.
I was one of the ones who took in the information that was provided to make a decision as to how to move forward. So because, as they show in the picture, I raised my hand, I became the target. And given that I am on the ballot, they used this opportunity to.
Let me ask you, do you know for a fact or whatever, most of the people who are seen to be coming after you, do they have kids in public school?
To my knowledge, as I've done some research, I had some people on my team to do research. Most of them, not only that they may have had children who are now grown and gone at this point, and so a lot of them don't live in they live in Montgomery County, but not necessarily in the Montgomery County that revenue fees into MPS. They're like Pike Road.
Oh, in Pikeville.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now, most of the time, I'm not a friend of the board. I'm not. I just think y'all, too many women down there. But that's okay. That's up to you. But I believe that women leadership, which is great, we love you, don't get me wrong, but you're not disciplinarians. And my problem is that my son has given me absolute hell every day about his school. It's better this year. I ain't gonna lie, it's better this year. But every day he said, "Why did you make me go there? Why did you make me go there?" The chaos and the disrespect I've seen in some of our public schools, it's absolutely stupefies me because we don't believe in paddling, even though the state says you can. Y'all won't. I don't understand that.
Well, that decision, of course, was made before I got there. I was actually teaching when that switch happened.
Mm-hmm.
And from my understanding, a lot of it had to do with really minority children facing the most harshest of consequences. And I know how you feel about that. But when you are looking at lawsuits, and I'm sure they were at that time, and other concerns coming from other social justice organizations, laying out the reasons why you need to maybe pull back on some of your discipline. I'm sure, to my understanding, that was all taken into consideration. I think I remember a principal telling me that, and I think he served on the committee. The ACLU was also involved.
Are we scared of all these groups? We don't have a lawyer that can whoop anybody.
Well, I think it's not a matter of being afraid of the groups, but people want to take in, relevant information that will best serve children without being
discipline is one of the best things that will serve children.
I will say, you said women are more lenient, but you were raised by your mom. I'm sure she was not very lenient in her household.
No, she wasn't, but they ain't school.
Well, even in classrooms, we have management systems. You have
they ain't working.
You do have some strong teachers that do know how to run a classroom. I will tell you that. And you also have principals that know how to manage a school when it comes to discipline.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of if it's a all women run board, we all still, or if it were an all male board.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want all male either. Because they get crazy too when you all get together. We don't want all. A mixture is good.
A mixture.
But all of one gender. Let's just say women are not men, men are not women. And sometimes you need that mixture in order to reach a balance. So I don't have a problem with women being on the school board. Here's one here. But all women on the school board, there's another story here. Somebody wrote me and said, the school system provides our workforce and we provide jobs to, let me get this, I'm sorry, make sure I don't want to get this wrong because, we talk about me like a dog, which they always do. He said, the school system provides our workforce and we provide jobs. So although we may not have kids in the system, we have an interest in public education. He said, I think she's the only member that, and we figured that out now. You're not the only person that's running. You got District 4 also. Now I did find out something this morning that I didn't know. One of our young ladies over at Percy Julian is taking a curriculum up that I didn't know we had about what was it? Code. Her name is let me see. It is Tina Henderson. She's running something about Quant Hub. She's doing recently recognized at 24 top. It is some sort of computer thing that I didn't know we were actually doing. Student person who jointly recognized 24 top Alabama State Neuron earner by Quant Hub. Now, I don't know what that is. She got me on that one. I don't know, whatever. But whatever it is, it's something new. Right. And I'm gonna give the superintendent, whoever's doing that. I like the fact that we are all letting our kids now go to the AP courses and let them actually work, I guess, on some of these jobs that they're training for, that they're learning about.
Yeah.
So that's good stuff.
And I wanted to comment on that because the Avalorm is the reason we're able to do all these things for the students. And I know, again, I've heard people say that money doesn't change anything, but you just read how money can change.
We can bring in resources,
Bring in the resources.
but I'm gonna tell you, most parents don't really care about your administrative stuff, money. We don't care. I don't care anything about that. I'll let y'all handle that. What I care about is the environment. When I walk into a school, if I hear disrespect, if I hear noise, if I hear cussing, if people walk around with their shirts out of their pants all down, I thought we fixed that problem, but we haven't. When the regulations truly say that you're supposed to have your belt on in school, and every time I go pick my son up, nobody else has their belt in. And then what the church? I don't understand why we have rules that nobody enforces. And that's my big problem there.
That's depending on that falls on the administrator that's over the school and how they communicate.
But y'all are over the administrator. Y'all are over the superintendent that's over the principals.
Well, we just bring the concerns. The superintendent handles the administrator.
And when they don't handle it, y'all need to handle it.
Well, then they say that's crossing the line.
I don't care about what they say. They ain't got no kids in public school that people say that.
Well, we have roles, we have lanes, and we stay in those lanes. And so when we get those concerns, and we do get it, I know I've gotten dozens of phone calls since I've been on the board.
Well, I'm glad Harriet Tubman didn't worry about the rules.
And she didn't, but she was fighting for freedom.
We fight. I'm fighting for my son's freedom in school to have an environment that is conducive to great education. Because there's no reason. When I walk into a school in Montgomery County, whether it's a private, public, or magnet, I should not be able to tell the difference. I should not. And when school systems use the public school say, if you don't do good here, we're going to send you back down there. What is that saying?
Well, that does not speak well of us. Because any child that we have in schools, first of all, we shouldn't use the put out as a threat to a child. One thing that I have really been a proponent of is how to put those supports in places for children. We have something called MTSS, which is pretty much a tiered system that helps support children, whether it's behavior or academic. It's an interventions type system that's in place to catch kids wherever the deficits are.
Why does it seem so difficult today to do what has been done for 200 years, or ever since public school has been around? Why does it seem that you guys in Montgomery have this difficult problem just making kids mind but go by the rules? Why do we need all these? We got the DA involved. We got these. We didn't do all that when I was in school. It wasn't that long ago. Wasn't that long ago. Why are we having such a difficult problem? Political correctness?
No, not political correctness. It's training from home.
Forget home. You guys.
I can't forget home.
Well, okay, right. But there is a legal doctrine called local parentis, which means that you guys become the parents when they come on that ground.
We set the standards and expectations when they come into the school building.
And if they don't do the right thing, send them home with their dumb parents. Because if your child is that dumb, he can't do nothing in school, all he do is raise hell, make trouble, then send him home.
Well, I'll say that the teachers...
You didn't say that, I said that.
You said that, but the Teachers' Bill of Rights is a new law.
I heard, yes.
And that is really going to take care of a lot of those issues you just named. Teachers are really wanting to come to work, teach, help children to learn and thrive, and they don't really have a lot of time for unnecessary disciplinary issues.
Gotta take a break. We'll come back. You guys can get her a call if you want to. We don't take too many calls, but we got maybe one or two she'll take. We'll be back after this. Erica Watkins Smith. We'll be back. Okay, I'm done complaining now.
Yeah, I was like, but the principals are going to have to tighten up on the culture.
Right, but y'all responsible for the superintendent that allows the principal to do that.
And see, they tell us that's stepping outside of my lane. I'm just telling you, I can read the rules.
I love me some Lisa Keys.
Lisa can't even go that far.
They can't put you in jail for it.
They can really put you off the board.
Not my board member that won't. I'll raise so much hell and get some people behind it. We got to stop being scared. Those people who are wolfing all that crack have kids in school, and the media don't, I don't give a crap what they say. But my son gives me hell every day. It's like listening to something in my ear. Dad, wait a minute, and he in the 12th grade now. He graduated from, he's still mad.
It's all about holding that superintendent accountable.
It is.
But it's like what she said. When they try to hold them accountable, ask them question stuff before they vote on it.
And that's why
they say it's
I'm glad he
micromanaged.
I'm glad he done it. Because he might as well be a transgender, as far as I'm concerned. Because he's a man.
Oh yeah.
Although he is suave, though. I love his bald head. I ain't gay. I think it looks good.
But suave ain't gonna get it done. You can't just look good.
But we know there's some women on the board who just absolutely love it.
Oh, you best believe
it. Totally enamored.
I know. I ain't gonna even gotta go there. But leave that alone. We just gonna leave it.
You hit the nail on the head, brother. That's why everybody's so damn mad. Yeah, even the damn men.
We just don't eat that. Churches, even hospitals. Trust us to keep your employees safe, healthy, and at work this cold and flu season. To learn more about how our local cleaning experts can help you, visit JannyKingCleans.com. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
I mean, some people just like a wagon with a can in it. Sound like it's doing a lot of things. They ain't nothing in it. And so to me, that human make a lot of noise, but
Autumn is here.
not really good. We did a Joe Clark in public schools. And why is it that most schools in this country that are dilapidated, that are below scale, are black and Latino schools? Why is that? Right, but that's got nothing to do with excellence.
If you don't have staff, who's gonna teach
or company.
Okay, maybe not. But what about college professors? We sat in a room with 150 people, and one guy's back to teaching everybody.
That want to say yes. That's yes.
But you come to college with a purpose.
Some of them don't.
And you
I never met many people that didn't come to college with a purpose. I mean, I'm sure there are a few.
We had 20 years to I bet with most people going to be at school at home. Because there's no reason to come to a school that would Zoom and the technology that we have.
Well, the research showed that did not work.
Yeah,
very well.
it's still going to work, but it didn't work. My son wanted to spend his last year in home. No. You're gonna miss the most important part of your school, and that's the finish. So ain't no sense sitting home by yourself in a room when you could be having fun with other kids.
Weekdays at 2 on WSFA 12 News. For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has
You don't even want to go to the prom. You're going to the prom.
Now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services.
Oh, one more thing too. Man, this shit has a bill for $400 the other day to get his
Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with personalized service you know.
Did we pay that?
Call 334-819-75.
$3.99.
Right. Yeah, you know we got a senior too.
Okay. But if you got a couple kids.
Oh yeah. Thank God mine was spaced out.
Mine too, 15 years.
That's big, yeah.
That's too big. I should have went sleep.
So you should what? Oh, you should have went to sleep.
But you have this is your second wife.
Yeah.
So she wanted kids.
But you know what? It's the best thing ever happened to me. He's such a fantastic kid. Yeah. Except for getting in my ear about the school. He's such a fantastic kid. He joined the reserves already. Going to take up a networking, cyber technology stuff in the Army. The reserves.
New government regulations allow for an
There's nothing wrong with it. I know that our workforce people want us to send everybody to the workforce. Sometimes I want to ask them, do you think any of them can go to college or in the military? Because everything is workforce.
I I think college, though,
As to the quality of podiatric services to be performed
the-
or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing
the
such
paradigm of
services.
college needs to change. We ought to stop telling people they need to go to college. They need to learn something. They need a trade, and whether that's an intellectual trade or one that is vocational trade. But I think most of our kids today would be better off in vocational trades than a degree. I got all these people.
A good many of them. Yeah. I mean, what the thing is that you got this one sector of society that is just work. You train them to do a wide variety of things and let them choose where they want to go, not steer them.
I mean, so many people got degrees anywhere. Here's one: gender studies. If you don't know what a female is by the time you get to college, you're in the wrong school.
That's right.
If you public administration, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that means.
It's purely for public sector jobs, where you're dealing with people and finances and management, and it's really
And
broad.
political science, there ain't nothing scientific about politics. Okay, it's political manipulation is what it ought to be called.
Well, that's the science of it.
Yeah, well, I get
Literally.
No, it's easy to
It
take
is a
dumb
science.
people not very bright, and manipulate. Okay, we are back. Let me go to the phone right quick, and our guest this morning is Erica Watkins Smith. Good morning. Thanks for holding.
Well, we don't have drag queens reading to children here in MPS in the library, so that's not an issue. No one in drag has ever even asked. So
I couldn't tell you. Good morning, you're on air. Good morning.
that was year 2021. Wow, they've had several. They actually passed one right after we did, after ours passed. They had a bill to go to the local delegation to be voted on. So really like some months after us, to be honest. Same year. We had to wait 3 years, so we just started collecting last year, and it's finally in the
Took 3 years to get it.
Yeah, it took 3 years to get it, and we finally started collecting on it this year. No, they began, and once theirs passed, they could collect on it immediately.
Never have figured that out. They didn't wait 3 years to get it.
3 years. Well, let me just say it wasn't as long as we had to wait, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's already done now, though. It's already done now. So why were you even worried about it? I mean, it's a done deal. Yeah. Okay. Well, how long did it take them to get it? Okay, but you tell me, how long did it take? How long was it? How long was it paid? Okay, that's true. We already agreed on that. Yeah, we already agreed on that. All right, appreciate it. Good morning on air. Just don't have a whole lot of time. Good morning. Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
Thank you.
And public school, yeah. Don't tell everybody that now. You know, we might not know that. Yeah. All right, preach. Okay. Yeah. Appreciate it. Let me take one more and give her the final word. Good morning on there. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't have a lot of time, but is there?
I can. I'm going to address her first part, academics.
Well, you only got about a minute and a half. You need to come back someday?
Well, let me just say, academics is taken care of through a curriculum audit. Teachers, we provide them with much professional development, but we don't want them too dependent on technology. The board is over the superintendent, and I have brought all my concerns to the superintendent to address, along with a follow-up, so that parents will know that whatever issues that they have, they are being addressed. And that's part of what I do as a board member. As far as federal state law, I worked in special education. I was a special education teacher, so I do know that federal and state law trumps everything that we do in a school, not just for special education, but for all teachers. But I do want to follow up and say this. That as the current representative, I know that this PAC has tried to label me as a micromanager, but let me set the record straight. This is not true. I'm committed to, as an advocate for our children and our employees. Every day I receive dozens of calls from parents, teachers, and community members with concerns about schools. And when you reach out, I listen and I take action. As your representative, I direct your questions to the one person that I can, and that's the superintendent, to ensure that you get the answers you deserve. Your concerns matter to me, and I work tirelessly to ensure that our students receive quality education, and I work tirelessly for our employees and make sure that they're treated fair as well. And I have used my voice for the community to bring forth their concerns, and I want their concerns to be respected. I will continue to stand up and ask questions and push for what's right. When it comes to wisely managing your tax dollars, I will not support unnecessary spending, and I'm not a rubber stamp board member. I ask tough questions to make sure that we're getting the best for our children. And I'm honored to be your voice on the school board, and I'm asking for your support once again on November the 5th. Vote Erica Watkins Smith. Leadership focus on students, so let's continue to advocate for our children and our future.
And with that, we gotta go. I forgot to ask you, did you support the temporary one?
On News Radio 1440.
Good morning.
Yeah. You
have somebody coming on at 9?
No. I thought you had to go.
Well, I can stay just about 15 more minutes.
Okay, that worked then. That way they won't say I put you out. Yeah, I'm off work until 2. Well, I didn't know you wanted to go. Yeah. No, I'm gonna be employed.
Man, you see his damn hair, don't you? Hey, they wear my ass out.
I can work. Get your son on this.
Yeah. He's 24 now. He is a civil engineer. Graduated from Tech. Went to Alabama A&M in Huntsville. Majored in civil engineering. He finished a 5-year program in 4 years. And he works for international here in Alabama. Still living at my house for the last 2 years. Banking all his
Get him grown, get him going.
Get him grown, get him going. But he on his way out.
He was struggling with it. Just so he can get in the practice of paying.
Well, he had stuff.
But he's preparing called Bill.
Oh, he got a friend called Bill. He know Bill very well. You know, he's trying to build his little business and all that stuff. He's riding the same little college.
Okay. And your chance for a job. You know, you're thinking all that money right now. It's like,
I earned that. You know, I've been up for 20
is missing in action
Mhm.
was over finance, and he wasn't the one that caught the people that were doing something.
Okay, Miss Watkins has decided to hang around with us for a little bit. So if y'all want to give her a call, not long, quick. I can't handle long diatribe for her, but she's here. 860-1440 is the number. She's gonna stay with Alicia the first break, which is about 9:20. I think it's about 10 minutes or so to plan. But anything else you want to matter of fact, my only concern again, you addressed mine. But the dress code is a big deal to me because you act the way you dress. I don't act the same way on my three-piece suit that I do in my three-piece jeans. Okay, I think you have to get the right mindset when you go in there. Valiant Cross is an excellent example of that. Rita Pearson said, and I played that first year, Rita, that if you tell people long enough, they'll begin to believe it. Tell them they look good. Tell them they're smart people. They'll begin to believe it. But when you let them come to school looking like any kind of ragtag boy, you take that attitude into the school with you, and it permeates everything that you do. So you need to work on that rest of it.
Well, I would say this is one of my favorite quotes by B.A. Sanders.
Mhm.
When you look good to
You do.
when you feel good to play good. So that I will agree with you, looking good, looking the part, showing that you're a scholar, and not having people to question, is this child here to learn or to create some type of disruptive environment for me. So I'm really, I've never met that thing through that it's just program. It's been interesting.
In a magnet school,
In the traditional school.
I must have missed that bit. Good morning on air. Yeah.
That's a good question. I think because it's very challenging, well, let me say this. It is easy on the outside. Everybody thinks they can do it like everybody thinks that they can be a teacher. You have to be, yeah, I just think that it looks easy on the outside sometimes. So thank you for your comment.
All right, appreciate it. Oh, somebody said about the superintendent, the temporary superintendent, which I don't know why y'all just can't make her the superintendent since she knows the system. She knows. I mean, do we really have to go outside Montgomery to find somebody? I mean, she's there. She knows, and I like her. That's big because I don't hardly like nobody. So I like the fact that she was at least amenable to come talking to us. I'm not an education expert, and no doubt about it. Come think about a lot of the experts are not experts, but I am a parent, a professional parent, like you guys are, and we know what worked for us, and the same formula that worked for us in school can probably work for them too. It's a good formula. Yeah, come to school, sit up and shut up, and learn.
Well, I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'm so appreciative of her stepping into the role as the interim superintendent. Excuse me. And she's doing a really good job at going out and doing the school, and we really appreciate that. So she's going out, she's seeing what's happening.
So y'all gonna consider her?
Well, she will have to consider us. And when the application opens up, me and everybody can apply depending on
By law, do we have an application for it?
yes, we have to apply with Michelle.
Oh, okay, I'm just saying. Good morning on there. Good morning. Thompson? Okay.
Well, thank you for that question.
Let me shorten the question. What are the most valuable attributes that a leader that you would consider?
As a leader coming in, we want somebody, of course, to be vision, mission focused. We want somebody to come in that will be innovative, that will really look at the data, put together a really good plan to move us forward. Working with our principals, finding out what their main concerns and issues are to support them. Not saying that none of these things happen, but those are some of the things that we're expecting. Looking at achievement, making sure that our children are making gains and are growing academically. We are also looking at the culture and climate that exists in school, making sure that we're doing our best to keep morale up so that we can retain the teachers. That's one of our biggest issues, not just in MPS, not just in the state, but it's a nationwide thing. But being an MPS board member, I know how critical and crucial it is for our students to have people in place who can bring value on the education side as educators who stand before our children.
In the new Teachers Bill of Rights, are we actually going to give these teachers the authority to do something about disruptive students in their class?
The bill says that they have that right. It is outlined that they have the right to take whatever course of action, which is really sending the child to the administrator and the administrator having to come up with a plan. First identifying what the behavior is and coming up with a plan.
Before I go back to the phone, I have never lived in a state in American school where everybody's got ADD. Why is it that all of our kids all of a sudden these days are diagnosed with ADD, ADHD, and whatever kind of D you want to put there, when actually someone just need a BELT?
Well, I am not a psychiatrist.
You don't have to be. You're a parent.
I am a parent.
Okay.
However, I don't have those issues with my children, but
they wouldn't either. They put the wood on them.
Well, having worked with children, those are legitimate labels for children, and
I expect you to say. Let's leave that one on.
But to let you know, there are going to be some medical reasons for those.
I got you. Okay, yeah. I don't know why I asked that question. Good morning on there.
Well, go ahead. Sorry. But you're absolutely right, is what I was going to say. We have a lot of talent here in Montgomery, here in the state of Alabama. We have good talent now who's sitting as the interim. We do. I mean, it's amazing when people are asked to step up, how you see them shine and really take on their role. So, like I said, it's as much as this transition has come as a surprise, but the good things that have come out of it is just seeing people step up, keeping things stable, keeping things on the track. I did quickly want to go back and talk about, they asked about the superintendent, the former superintendent. There was misinformation that was put out about me being one of the ones who have run off superintendents. I got on the board in 2016 and was sworn in 2016 and really got to work in 2017. That was during the time of intervention, and Margaret Allen was the superintendent. She retired during the time of intervention. Then they brought in, brought in Dr. Eggleston because we were a takeover district, and they did not leave him on, and then Terry Roller came on after him, again, a state hire. And then we brought Dr. Moore in as a interim superintendent, and then hired her to be permanent. And then after her, Dr. Brown, who of course resigned for his own personal reasons. But I've only been there to see one superintendent resign and to have two retire. And what people don't know is Dr. Moore actually came out of retirement and did a wonderful job being us out of
made some good money too.
Made some good money. Well, the thing is, her salary was high when she was in high school. So we had to,
Let me ask you the most compelling question of the day before I have to let you go here in a few minutes. There's one word that is part of the lexicon of our language that nobody in the school system will use. And I want to know why the word discipline is never used in the public venue.
Have you ever read the student code of conduct?
I ain't talking about the book. I'm talking about why we use it in school board meetings. Why is it such? It's persona non grata word that we actually don't like to use. Like you can't use retarded anymore, although retard means to be slow. But unfortunately, political correctness has taken us over. But why is there such a hard time using the word discipline?
It's not a hard time. If you listen closely, you'll hear us mention discipline. We talk about it.
Must be in the back room.
No, it's right there at the board table. We talk about discipline concerns, how teachers can't teach until discipline is taken, it is addressed. We brought up things that about positive behavior and an initiative to put in place for our K through right now 8th grade students. Again, we have MTSS where we address discipline and come up with a plan.
But we already know what discipline is. I mean, this now is some sort of experience. We know what to do. You get rid of the problem.
Yes, sometimes that's the case.
It should be that case all the time.
It depends on, there's a lot of things. You have your special ed children who sometimes can exhibit behavior.
And they use that behavior as an excuse often so they can get away with all kinds of things.
Not in all cases.
I didn't say all.
Some children actually have disabilities that really where they exhibit those behavior issues, but it's a manifestation of their disability.
Is this a phenomenon that has happened in the last 30 years?
You know, when I
think it's that crack cocaine everybody was taking.
Well, I'm not going to say that, but I have taught children who were what they call quote unquote crack babies.
Yeah.
And you do see a lot of issues, a lot of disabilities show up in those.
One more thing. It has been alleged, or not necessarily alleged, scientifically proven that a lot of public schools, no matter what city we happen to be in, are on what they call it, brown
versus board of education.
No. Brown spaces. Basically, property that is one time being used for chemical disposal, for all kinds of things. Have you heard anything about that?
I have not heard.
Never heard that?
Never.
Well, we got green spaces, which is the grass spaces, but then we got brown spaces, which is where, because I'm thinking there's got to be a reason the last 30 years or so, all of a sudden, all the kids got ADHD now.
Well, I will say we do have some environmental issues.
Yeah.
You know, there's a such thing called environmental injustice,
where
you have communities who may be near landfills, who may be near chemical plants. So those things do exist, and don't be. As a result of that, it can have an impact.
But have we did any studying in Montgomery to see when I've never seen kids act the way in school the way our kids act sometimes.
Well, most of the studying will probably be done by people with a higher paid grade than I did. And as a district, I would say no, but whatever information is out there, I know that staff looks into it, and I'm sure there are some staff members that are curious as to why.
Now, you guys haven't disposed of common sense in the school board. It seems like to me a lot of these problems could be we can employ a little common sense, logic, and reason, and we can fix most of these problems. The private schools deal with it all the time. They don't have a problem, and when they do have a problem, they get rid of the problem.
Well, private schools can. Public education is for every child, no matter who you are and how you come to that.
But there's nothing in the law that says you have to put up with incorrigible kids, disrespectful kids. There's nothing in the law that says you have to do that. I read it.
And you're right. And that's why each district has this disciplinary plan that shows up in the student code of conduct.
Well, somebody ought to be using it.
You need to, parents need to also read it to be familiar with it.
Right, but some parents just crazy. They ain't good parents.
We want to help those parents too.
Not me. I want to get rid of it.
Well, we're trying to do a family and community engagement.
Let me take one more call for you, and then I'm gonna let you go. I know you guys gotta go. Good morning, your name. Let's get in. Good morning. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Exactly. Mhm. Mm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Appreciate it. I'll give you the last word.
Well, again, I'm asking all the voters to come out and vote for an experienced board member who has been about the business of children, a board member that you have seen, talked to, called, conversed with, who has, even in some cases, come to your homes to or your child's school to help, with any issues that we can address. And I don't mean coming in to tell anyone what to do, but just I'll use dual enrollment. Some parents just needed help understanding what the process was, and we are allowed to do that. I did want to talk about the District 7. You all know who you are: Brentwood, Georgetown, Plantation Estates, Hunters Point, Regency Park, Mosswood, Pine Forest, Macedonia, all around District 7. You pretty much have seen me canvassing in your community. Stick with the experience that you know, someone who understands education and can offer that support. There is misinformation being put out about me. It is not true. This is a pack pushing to have someone to do their will and not the will of the children. I've always stood firm in what I believe when it came to children as a 20-year educator and now as a board member. I'm asking for your continued support and for you to vote Democrat. And I know Kevin Elkins is not a fan of that word, but to support your Democrats on the ballot. This is a historic election, and we want to see you all at the polls bringing it home. This is, again, Erica Watkins Smith, the only name on the ballot. You don't have to write me in.
One more question. You don't let boys go to school with dresses in public school.
Not that I've seen.
Fingernails all like women in eyelashes on the eyes.
Well, there are some children who are very eccentric and they will, do eccentric things.
Okay, which disrupts the learning environment.
Well, I taught children and it's never disrupted the
Okay.
environment.
Well, the fact that I don't even notice it means that it disrupts the environment.
You just notice it, but you have to be in the classroom with the kids. And I will promise you, those kids are not disrupted. They want to learn like every other child.
Okay. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. We'll be back. Okay. Good music.
Have I answered everybody's question?
Huh?
Have I satisfied y'all on what it is about the resignation?
Although I did hear this one. It's going to walk around the rest of the for real. That's what I mean.
I'm going by that.
Okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
I have a niece there.
And that may be lying.
Well, you know,
Yeah, we do. But we don't necessarily promote it, I guess.
It's not something that we encourage. In the verbiage, it does tell the kids how we want them to dress. This.
Yes.
Even if you identify otherwise.
Of course, now if you had everybody wearing slacks and shirts, then you get rid of some of that.
And the thing is, and you're right, there are a lot of principals. And I can tell you, I've been in JAG and I've seen kids not in uniform, and I've seen people not enforcing. And
I don't understand it because y'all in charge of this.
When I was a teacher, we stood in the hallway and we pulled kids in. I was saying, hey, you come in and take your shirt off. Hey, you come in and take your sweater off.
Because I was at Percy Julian before program to go for some what I'm doing at Percy Julian, and the principal grabbed the guy because his hat was on, but his pants was on his knees. I said, wait a minute, you're gonna stop me for a hat, But you gonna let them go with the transfer? I don't understand that.
Well, some people are the mindset of picking battles. I very,
I really let the kid wear the hat and have his pants down.
Right.
I told him, I don't know what you do when you don't leave here, but you ain't gonna walk around your pants down here.
Not at all.
But that's pretty good. I ain't bet you thought of it.
Oh no, I didn't think it was
She
bad.
need to come back.
Well, I tell you what, when if I make it back to
Which
I will definitely, if you'll do a monthly, I'll do a monthly update.
For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner, and now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services. Whether protecting your home, car, or even your business, we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and love. Call 334-819-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance Services. Proven over 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying and learning from each time. Do whatever it takes, no matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit. I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help call 1-800-QUIT now. The message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services includes the Army National Guard is committed to keeping the country safe and your community secure. Composed of hundreds of thousands of citizen soldiers from all over the world, every corner of America, the government is always ready to respond to local and national emergencies. Domestic operations in each of America's 54 states and territories, including Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, and the District of Columbia. Each state national guards have used domestic roles to act as the first line of defense in support of civil authorities in their state. The guards' emergency responses include search and rescue missions, floods, somebody, wildfire, hurricane, and tornado. The presidential inauguration, the Army National Guard. We are always ready. We are always there. And in every state and territory, we stand guard for our community. To learn more, log on.
It's the 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay. Back. Good morning. Hope that finds everybody well. No gas. So, y'all want to try to convince me who to go for? Oh well, everybody has their. Where's my thing in here? There we go. Right there. All right. Alrighty then. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. 860-424 the number. You just follow what's ever on your mind. I was thinking about running to the school, but I don't think I'm just gonna let it. I'd be like Lisa Keith. I've been sitting down and getting paid money because they won't pay me no attention. Okay, I like to earn the money. Okay, 860-424 the number here. We'll give us a call day before election. It is election day tomorrow. You go to the polls, vote for whoever you want to, just go vote for somebody. And we don't have to agree on everything. but we all need to vote. Z, as a matter of fact, wants to vote tomorrow. So I'm going to pick up and let her go vote. He wants to vote. I'm not going to tell her who to vote for. You can watch TV, you watch the news, you read the news. He'll vote. He'll make a decision about who he's going to vote for. And like I hope you let your kids promote once they're 18 and up. They need to get out there and vote. You can't complain about the problem. You're part of the problem. Let me see what this is. Good morning. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they do not. And you're lying if you say that. These 17, 18-year-old kids don't know jack. They don't know anything. All they know is what they see on TV. They don't know. What they talk about being a Democrat, vote Democrat, don't vote for. They taking the line now. But they're gonna put us back in change. If you got this Republican, I don't want you to vote. I don't want you to vote. You are. If you believe I don't like it. Listen, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Republican. The conservative philosophy of black folks are tending to it would be much better for it. You've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed. You want over. you are. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna be able to tell you if you've been brainwashed or not. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Should abortion be outside? Wait. Let me. Should abortion? Okay. No. Wait a minute. Should abortion be legal outside? Wait a minute. Outside taking the life of the mother. I just asked you a question. I'm asking you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Should a man be called a woman when we know it's a man? Again, he didn't do that. No. I'm asking you. Should a man that's born a male? Okay. I'm asking you. Should a man be called a woman? Should a man be called a woman because he wants to when we know it's a man? Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I got a little bit too far. Just sometimes we know about that. We know how it happens. Good morning, on there. Yeah. Oh, no, I heard. Listen, all these. Well, I think that's kind of crazy. Well, that's probably the only one that let them play it without. Wait a minute, they're probably the only one that let them play it without without charging them. Yeah, not many. The only one. Well, he could have. Now that's true. They could have had somebody wrote a song. That's true. Well, they didn't. I don't know. Yeah, I hear you. Hey, appreciate it. Good morning out there. Hello. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Mm. Well, that's surely hope not. Good morning. Is it? Mhm. No. Okay. Well, okay. I hear you. Good morning. Mhm. Yeah. What's that? Well, none of us are. None of us are. Yeah. 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 Well, right. Ain't none of us. First of all, yeah. Nobody thinks got anymore, do they? Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's a dumb conversation to even have. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, oh, okay then. Because because stupidity. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. Now you sound like a wimp. Okay. Yeah, but that don't mean that you got to sound as stupid as he does. I mean, okay. No. It is comical. It is comical to say such a thing. That's right. I am. It's funny. Uh, you really believe that? You are a smart man. Now I gotta go. I gotta take a break though. But probably tomorrow we'll talk more. I gotta take a break.
Make America energy independent. On November 5th, vote for Donald Trump's candidate for country, Gary Palmer. And Gary Palmer. Yourself no Investing TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are they hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction? He said,
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 2 on WSFA 12 News. Hear that sound? You got someone spreading an illness in your facility. Don't worry. Jan King, the King of Clean, over 35 years, we've been cleaning and disinfecting office buildings, schools, churches, and even hospitals. Don't keep your employees safe, healthy, and at work this fall flu season. On the our local cleaning experts can help you. JanKingCleans.com. It's JanKingCleans.com. Trusted financial partner. Now we're proud to introducing government insurance services that are protecting the home, or even your business. We've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with a personalized service you know well. Call 334-497-5555 for a free quote today. Government insurance services, even on 65 years of trust.
Is the voice of the conservative millennial. The Bill Shapiro Show on 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And we are back. Well, I was in church yesterday when I did go, right? And the preacher said something that absolutely just profound. And he gave me a name of it. I'm going to get this right now. He said, would you give up something that you, I got to clear it. It is okay to give up something. Now I got to figure out. No, it's, I'll figure out the wrong. Good morning. This is me. What? Yeah, and so what part of the opinion did, what about my opinion? What are you talking about? Oh, I thought that was stupid. I thought it was stupid. Yes, I thought it was stupid. You remind me of a teenager in high school. But again, it wasn't stupid enough for me to not vote for me and vote for her. So, yeah. Yeah, but I thought it lacked class. Wait a minute. Didn't I just say that? It lacked class, and I thought it was stupid. Now, what else do you want me to say? Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Do you believe that a president that goes up to people, smells their hair, that he don't know? Is that kind of stupid too? What Biden did? Is it okay? What Clinton did? I mean, we're still human beings. We do dumb things. We do dumb things. Yeah. I say he exercise. I say he's exercising his neck. That's what I would tell him. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I thought that was crazy. For a man almost 80 years old, that was that like class, and it was just kind of stupid. I didn't like it, but not enough to vote for her. I hope that I don't know who his. Yeah, I don't know who his. If you don't listen to him, I don't know who his. One of the things I like about him is that he's a regular guy, and regular guys do stupid things all the time. But sometimes, depending on where you are in society and what your position is, more success every year, a little more class should be shown. But he's never had. Again, yeah. Well, he's never had to be a politician. He's always been a boss. And when you're a boss, you do whatever you want to do because everybody's depending on you for their check. But if you can walk around with no clothes on, there ain't nobody going to say that as long as the checks keep rolling. So, he's not a boss anymore. Well, I wouldn't do it. Well, I don't know. Depends on getting paid. Yeah. No, I think Trump's been doing crazy things a long time. Well, the fact that he knew what it was he was doing, I think that means that he's not insane. Yeah. 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 I haven't seen the video, but what I've heard about the video, he was making a comparison because somebody else made a comparison. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear. I don't know what it is. All right. Good morning. Hey, why don't you turn that down? So did we just get done talking? Okay, I can't hear you. You got that thing back now. Good morning on there. He does a lot of things wrong. He does a lot. He okay. We all have done something. We all have done something wrong. But I am imperfect people. But okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. So you hear what you want to hear. You didn't hear what I said. But you did not. You did not hear that. Now you don't. You hear me. Why did you? Let me ask you something. Why would you be angry at me? Why would you be angry at me for my own opinion? For my opinion. What did I? Did okay, so if I'm crazy, then I can't help it. I'm just angry at me for my own opinion. Come on. Did I just get done talking to you a little while ago? Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I have no doubt he could handle the job. None. What's wrong with talking? Mm-hmm. What has he said? Okay, what has he said to give you any idea that he's incapable of being president or somehow demeaning America? Yeah, you do. No, just give me one thing. Right. Listen, if my resume would have on it what his has on his, I have a hell of a lot more money in the bank than I do now. I think the guy is an outstanding senator, an outstanding who's get Marine, and he's an educated man and a very intelligent man. Well, I'm good. I'm good with it. morning, my dear. Okay then. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're gonna see who that is. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Good morning, my dear. Yes. Who's the student in? Don't be a wuss, man. Don't play that. Don't be a wuss. Okay, we gotta get this up. Okay. Hey, I appreciate it. I gotta go. My time's up. We'll catch you tomorrow. Go out and vote for us. I'm not. Tomorrow.
Happening this Monday. Tomorrow is officially election day, and nationwide people are voting in the presidential race. And in Alabama, all eyes are on the newly won District 2 seat. Democrats and Murray figures and Republican Kevin Elkins will be in the ballot for that vote. Alabama is continuing to campaign to vote for Kevin Elkins over the weekend, and she was notified last night. It happened at the Sweet Creek Farmhouse on North Road. The visitation to a nearby farm and started stroking it. Her staff said she reportedly got humiliated minutes with home. Reminders of Election Day in Alabama. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and you must have a valid photo ID to vote. Photo and video recording at the polling place is not allowed. No selfies or unique humans. I'm Janet Williams, and these are your morning news.
WLWIAM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM 100, the Curious Media Station. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. I'm Peter King. The last day of campaign 2024 finds the candidates in battleground states to decide who wins. The Trump rally has just started in North Carolina. All we have to do is they also hit Michigan and Pennsylvania. So, home starting Thursday. President Billy Graham at the state party and in the field further and Fort Worth Reading. We'll see her in Scranton as well. She needs to